A story about inner transformation. It began quietly. Not with a bang, not with a flash of light, but with a gentle stirring inside. Something within her no longer felt right. The world she lived in was loud, full of rules and expectations, full of right and wrong. They called it reality, but to her it felt more like a cage, a game she no longer wanted to play. Fear was everywhere, in people's eyes, in the news and conversations, even in love disguised as conditioned separation reigned. You're against me, inside versus outside. She felt like a stranger in a life made only of doing, obeying, and performing. And yet something was burning within her, at first like a remains when I drop the mask. Who am I beyond roles and expectations? As she began to give space to these questions, everything began to change. Time no longer felt linear, moments stretched whenever she became still. The world grew softer, wider, dreams became clearer. Her intuition spoke, not in words but in feeling. She understood the reality she once knew was only one layer, one of many, and she was ready to step into the neck. The transition was no easy path. She saw herself raw, honest, vulnerable. Old wounds surfaced, shadows she had long avoided, doubt, pain, fear. But she no longer ran. She stayed, breathed, and held herself in those moments with compassion instead of judgment. With every step she left something behind, the fear of not being enough, the voice that said you can't, the belief that one had to fight just to exist. She began to live differently, slower, truer, in tune with nature, cycles with the rhythm of her heart. She listened to silence and found wisdom there. She realized that real strength is gentle, and that love is not bound by conditions in this new dimension. As she came to call it, everything was connected. No more me versus you, no more black or white, only unity, depth, clarity. And she was not alone. More and more people began to feel what she felt. Something was awakening collectively, like a light passed from heart to heart, not loud, not forced, but undeniable. Love became direction, awareness became power to bear. Today she walks differently through the world, with eyes that shine, with a softer gaze, with a voice that reminds others of who they truly are. Not as a teacher, not as a leader, but simply as a human being who remembered that within each of us lives the light that can transform worlds.